I've grown up with sheep all my life. I'm fortunate enough to be a hill shepherd's daughter. When a ewe delivers her own lamb and you can watch from a distance, there's no better feeling in the world. The understanding that she knows that it's her lamb, and for that lamb to know that that's its mum. And then that first bleat, I think it's just like when a mother hears its baby cry, the relief that you feel. It's amazing, and you never ever get tired of seeing a ewe lamb.
The thing I love the most about the role I get to fulfil is working with the people. More than anything else, it's actually the journey we go on together and the things we learn from each other. It's the connection between people, handcrafting, and a beautiful product, and have a comfortable night's rest. The long-term vision for this is about thinking of how we look after future generations.
We definitely believe in a hands-off approach as much as possible. We try to nurture the land without major interference. At lambing time, we would use the lowland rush pasture to put the sheep in. That provides them with the maximum shelter, the most protection from the elements and from predators. Then as time goes on, and we would move them to the fields that would grow more natural grass, make sure that you're considering their behaviour. The wetland provides an excellent environment. Sometimes there's a high level of water, sometimes there's none, but each time it rebalances itself back, and we just let nature take its course.
I think a connection is terribly important between those who produce something and those who use it. H. Dawson is the organisation that sits right at the middle of the supply chain. We created the Woolkeepers as a means of bringing farmers together and to be able to create something which is for the long term. Working with farmers who aspire to achieve the highest standards effectively means that they are helping their animals to become the best that they can be. So it was a logical next step for us to bring a global standard called the Responsible Wool Standard to the UK. So Hypnos can be confident in the supply of the fibre and any verification that's required about the practices that take place on farm.
In the way we build and manufacture our products, it's very important that we select raw materials that support both the ethical means we have to have and the journey we want to go on. It becomes a synergy between the two companies, between H. Dawson, the Woolkeepers scheme, and what we do at Hypnos. That's really important when you look at when we're bringing accreditations and standards onto what is a very old industry. So the responsibility is to empower that all the way through.
It dawned on me that through the business that we're undertaking today, we could have far more impact over a wider number of farms and a far larger land area than we could by just working on one farm. It's starting to become more than just a spark and to become a fire and something which is quite powerful. I had a great time talking with Mary about her wool. We had a really good look at the fibre, and it was pretty clear that she's made a great choice in the breeds of sheep that she's chosen. That resilience that's natural within the fibre that she's created is something which provides long-term support and also a breathability that will provide hours and hours and hours of great sleep.
I think from a young age I've always had a real interest in textiles. Wool was something that was just outside your house, so we're taking that and trying to make something with it. It's the touch, the feel, the look. There's just never-ending variety with it.
And the fibre itself is actually really clever, with these natural attributes like flame retardancy, moisture management capability, the fact it will absorb VOCs. It's just a renewable, biodegradable, incredible raw material. It's probably the most sustainable fibre you're going to find on the planet. The key link is the communication between our businesses and the farmer in terms of the timing of the shearing and planning the type of wool that's needed, and bringing that wool all the way through to our grading process, our quality checks, through the processing and production that then will lead to a pad that will go into a Hypnos mattress. It's about the right wool for the right end use.
Hand craftsmanship is important. Everybody's invested in making the mattresses. It's gone through multiple hands. It gives you that personal touch. Your mattresses shouldn't cost the earth. So with RWS wool, there's a high criteria for checking and for passing these standards in terms of quality control for the environment and where it comes from and the traceability.
To be able to follow the wool's journey through to the end product is so beneficial. You've got something there that you can actually quantify about taking your product and converting it to somebody else's product.
I've always felt that we actually had something really special in our hands. Well-managed sheep can actually positively benefit the land and are a potential means of reversing climate change. In reality, happy sheep produce better wool. Then that wool that comes off those animals will produce a better end product. It is a means of driving positive change.
The journey we've been through with H. Dawson, from bringing RWS certification to British wool farming, has enabled us to have a beautiful, pure product to go into our product by looking after the livelihoods of farmers and enabling them to invest in future regenerative programs. The journey of our wool, from a lamb being born all the way through to being delivered into someone's house, we know every touch point, and we can make sure that is a perfect journey where we're looking after people and the planet.